Hey guys, it's your girl Tower Crush back with another review, and this time it is for the haves and the have-nots. Last 2 episodes in one. Yes, I know, I missed last week. Yes, I know, I did not record, but I got a lot of things going on. As you all know, my life has changed tremendously since I started this YouTube journey. And I started this journey with a husband. I am now without a husband because he has passed away. And now I'm leaving Connecticut and I'm having to move some stuff to Kentucky, where I'm from, and some stuff to Georgia, where I'm going to be living. And I close on my house on Friday. So expect 1 more video, maybe 2. I'm thinking I'm probably going to do the same thing with sisters because I didn't record sisters last week either because I was in Kentucky. So I'm going to do that probably tomorrow night, 2 in 1. Because I have my notes, I just haven't done it. So my apologies, and I thank you all for staying with me. If you are new to my channel and you like this particular video or whatever, hit my subscribe button for me so that you can catch me when I'm uploading later, because it's about to get real interesting because your girl is moving from Connecticut. I'm in Connecticut via Kentucky, and then I'm going to Georgia. So it's a whole different ball game, and I'm going there because I make movies. I told you I'm a filmmaker, didn't I? Yes, I make movies. So I'm going where all the movies is happening. Where the movies reside, where the movies reside. That's where I'm going. So I'm excited. Okay, so let's get into these episodes. First, I'm going to try to cover last week's episode without getting too emotional about this week's episode, because it did not end the way I wanted it to end. And we'll get to that in a second. Okay, so Candace, her dream. That dream was crazy. I will admit that. But I feel like it's a little bit, it's a little wrong. I think I see what Tyler was trying to do. He was trying to remind people like me who are Candace fans why, she may have needed to die or whatever. But when I was looking at the tape, looking at the actual video, everybody in that picture besides her son, you know what I'm saying, had done something to her. Her kid's father had beat her black and blue. So, and then was in the process of doing it again when she killed him. So, self-defense, maybe a little overkill, but still self-defense. He was not there, to bring her roses. That was, it was her grave. Let's see. Her friend Erica was backstabbing her the entire time, making her think that they were cool or whatever. But the whole time she was working with War. We saw him rape her on a fence. We saw her get raped on a fence. She got raped on a fence by War. So, who else? And then you have Oscar. Oscar met her by seducing her and making her think that he was really into her just to steal her money back for Jim. Well, actually, I think it was David that sent him. Either way, all of those people had done something to Candace. Candace didn't just pick, decide to do something to these people. They did something to her. Now, Erica, a little bit, but still, she was working with War, and that made her a backstabber too. So, and actually, I do remember Candace telling Erica she was getting in too deep and she needed to back up if she was catching feelings for David. And she didn't want to back up. So whatever happened to her, and it had nothing to do with Candace as far as I'm concerned. So, there's that. And then here go Veronica pulling up to Jeffrey's house. Jeffrey and David's house with his real daddy. Like, really? His real daddy and DNA results? You know what? I'm done with Veronica. She gets on my nerves. And they're going to sing a song. It's your daddy, boy. It's your daddy, but he's your daddy. Well, go on in your stepdaddy's house then. I can't stand her. She said, I pulled him out of a gay club. That's probably where you got it from. You know what? I don't understand. And then this whole scene with Jeffrey and Madison, and then, Jeffrey appearing to be jealous of Madison, giving the guard some type of, attention. That was just kind of unnecessary. And then the whole scene in the room was just unnecessary. It took a lot of time for no reason. And I knew it was going to be just like that. You're going to tiptoe around and, lag stuff on and then try to rush everybody. I'll get to that. I see it. And then DeMarco was not playing with Veronica, was he? She was like, I give you your money in an hour. No, you gonna give me my money right now. And he was like, and there's people that don't like you. So if I was you, I would be careful. I would be praying to Mary. She's like, praying to Mary? Nah, you pray to Mary. I'm good. Yeah, And then Benny taking Mitch's phone when Mitch was trying to call Benny, I thought they was kind of wrong. I feel like they should have let Mitch, at least, I mean, he took his beating. Why is he still in trouble? But I feel like Mitch should have just left out of there instead of sitting there talking to him. What is there to talk about? He already told you what you needed to know. When they got done beating you, you should have just left out of the restaurant, the bar. But no, then we wouldn't have no show, would we? So I thought that was a bit overdone. And then Sandy, Sandy, he definitely couldn't do it by himself. So you knew he was going to try to get some help or whatever. But I just didn't think he had the heart to do anything like that. And then you got Catherine running out of her privilege because they done put a girl in her cell that is definitely not on Catherine's side. And we know Jim wanted that to happen, so he made sure that it was somebody that would have a grudge against her. And so they picked Lizzie Castile's peoples. Now, that's basically, Lizzie Castile's the one that Wyatt killed and the Cryers covered up. Because he killed her with vehicular homicide. And they covered it up, so. Remember, he had Benny at the same time, and Benny was in a coma. Now, there's a chick at Benny's doorstep talking about she got his baby. And I swear, I said, I ain't never seen this chick. Now, we've been with Benny for about 6 or 7 years. Why we ain't never seen this chick? Why we ain't never seen him going? No, I was not going for it. That ain't your damn baby. That is a setup. They are trying to lure you home to kill you, Benny. Don't be no dummy. Don't be no dummy, Benny. Don't go. And then here come Hannah. Benny, this boy look just like you. This baby look just like you. You better come here and talk to this girl. You better, and it don't matter. You better come here and talk to this girl. She got to always not believe her kids anyway. I was just like, nah, this is some BS. That's the setup. We should have at least known who this Tanisha girl was, but we didn't. Have no idea. I'm sorry. I was fighting that yawn. I've been packing up and stuff all day long. When not really packing up, I had my peoples packing up for me. I was sleeping. But they're getting paid very, very well to do it. And then the moving company's coming to do the rest. Anyway. Okay, and so I legitimately got mad when Wyatt, fell out because he done OD'd. And they started doing mouth-to-mouth. Why? They didn't do mouth-to-mouth on him. And they was doing, the chest compressions. First of all, I wanted one of them men to put his mouth on Wyatt's mouth so that he could have died, a terrible death, because we all know he was homophobic. But, I was very upset that they was going through so much to try to save him. Like, why are y'all trying to save him again? Let this boy die. Clearly he has a death wish. The Latin lover was trying to tell him, this is not good. You can't take these together. And he didn't care. Let him die. And the look on Jim's face, oh my God, that was everything. That look right, listen. I said, that boy trying to win an Emmy, and he is not going to do it. No, absolutely not. But that was a good cry you gave it. No, Wyatt, no. Well, I guess you just gonna have to depend on your Mexican kids, aren't you? And so finally he passes away. And let's see, and then moving right along to the second episode, which is the finale. We're right at about 9 minutes and 11 seconds. So I'm right on time. Try to end this thing within 20 minutes. I'm going to try my bestest. If I don't, then stay with me anyway, because it probably ain't going to be but a minute or two over, because I'm quick with it. Okay, so Catherine on the phone is overdone, barking orders to people. I really didn't understand why, she felt like she could still talk to people. I felt like she should be in despair at this point. You've been in jail for a couple of months now, Catherine, and ain't nobody came to get you. Ain't nobody came to save you or nothing. And then all of a sudden you got this mean girl in your doggone cell, and you don't even know she's gonna kill you. And she does quite quickly. And I feel like Tyler needs to really pace himself. It's almost like he decided, okay, I'm tired of writing for the haves and have-nots. We're going to drag this thing out and we're going to kill everybody in 30 minutes. But we're going to drag out, Wyatt trying to get out of the the hospital room. We're going to drag out, little stupid scenes. But as far as people dying, I mean, jeez. That girl that hung Catherine in the cell, and now she dead in like 10 seconds. Like, people don't even choke that quick, but whatever. I see you, Tyler. And then we see Veronica come out of her house and get ambushed, so she's shot dead. Like, all of this happened within like 10 seconds. But, you'll have Jeffrey and Madison having a nothing conversation for 20 minutes. A conversation that don't go nowhere, that they've already had at other times. They're just repeating themselves and sounding, I don't know, very disappointing. Very disappointing. Very rushed and disappointing. Because this whole last half of the season, you could have been killing people here and there. Instead of rushing everybody. If you don't got no writers, you need some. I said it. Now I said it. Now it's been said now, and it needed to be said. And then moving right along, I thought it was quite convincing, Mitch trying to, fight for Candace's honor. He tried his best. He got his butt kicked. But when they was talking about taking her to gym, he was just like, he didn't understand or whatever. And he wanted her to stay. And he's like, take my legs. I don't care. And so she got drug out of there by her ponytail, it seemed like, or either by her jacket. But either way, they took her right to gym. And I thought it was kind of cute. She jumped on his back and whatever. She's really trying to fight and help Mitch or whatever. She's good to jump on somebody's back and beat him. But, it was all for nothing. They took her right to gym. Well, before that, we see Benny's just stupid because he gonna let old girl call him and lure him over there, talking about, please come. Where are you? At your new house. Now, why would you be there? Now, how did you get away from him? If something happened, how did you even, Benny ain't asked no questions. He was just like, okay, here I come. Okay, so she's like, I'm so sorry. Why Benny didn't get in the car and just drive away? I don't know. He's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm sorry. Oh, your boyfriend. And he's got a gun. And Benny's like, let's handle this like men. Now, why would you ever think that you was going to get a chance to fight Sandy? Sandy's a punk. Sandy is not going to fight you. He was like, yeah, we're going to handle it like men. And then the guys come from around the building, from around the house, and kill him right on his new yard. That is so wrong. That is so disrespectful. But Sandy did what Vinny told him to do. He took care of the problem, which I thought, Tyler, you really could have done better. You just basically set all of these people up to die and didn't have nobody fighting back. And then we got, Tanner going to Jeffrey's house. And then I feel like Jeffrey deserved it. Dummy. Stupid dummy. Why would you even talk to his brother? I am certain he told you that his brother was abusive towards him and didn't like him being gay. I'm pretty certain of that, but you gonna let this man bring you something. What could it have possibly been that you would have wanted from Justin? Nothing. You should have never taken his call. You should have never talked to him. You stupid. And that's why you got blown to smithereens. That's why your daddy got blown to smithereens. He got blown to smithereens for never standing up to Jim. Never once telling Jim, no, I'm not going to do that. I have a conscience. I have morals. I am not going to be your whipping child anymore, Jim. No. And so he deserved to die. And Madison was just on my nerves anyway, so I don't care about him dying either. But it's all your fault, Jeffrey, for not using your brain. Not thinking about the things that Justin had told you. But now you with Justin, you, Madison, and your daddy. Y'all all together. And guess what? Y'all all burnt up. Ain't that ironic? Ain't that ironic? That's ironic. Now, Catherine did talk to Hannah about going over to the house and getting the paperwork for the financial advisors or whatever. And Hannah went, but now I was like, now I understand why she's going over there. So I was like, stupid. Why is she even going over there? But then it made sense. Like, she's going over there because they about to deliver Candace to Jim. And when they do, they drug her up them steps. And when I tell y'all, she didn't fight at all. I mean, it was so stupid. I just knew she was going to pull Jim in the water, drown him, and said no. Tyler, you let all of these characters die a stupid, slow death. And you didn't let none of them fight back. None of them had a fighting chance. And I feel like that was lazy writing. That was stupid. It was lazy. And all you did was kill off all the main characters to make sure there was never any spinoff. So Jim drowns Candace, you know. And then here come Hannah. She's like, who's in that tub? And he's like, why don't you look and see? And she sees it's Candace, and I don't know what Jim thought, but he should have asked Veronica. Because, yes, Miss Hannah got some fight in her, and she fought him to death. Yes, she did. She hit him with everything she had. He pushed her down them steps. She got up. She got out that door. She got that planter and busted him up beside the head with it. Enough for her to get away, to get in that car. And he's just being dragged along. I'm like, girl, if you don't back up and do a little circle of whoop-de-whoop, and get his legs. But, you know, he's dragging along. And she's just like, get over this car, Jim. Get over this car. She's mad. She's upset. He finally falls off. And I'm like, good. He hit his head pretty good. He'll probably be out. Guess what Hannah did? She turned that car around in the yard and drove back through and ran over him. She said, die, bitch, die. And I said, yeah, Hannah, you got to kill some Jim. You got to kill some Jim. You went threatened him enough and you got to kill some Jim. And that was the only good part of the whole doggone show to me. So now Hannah's going to have to be the only person that Benny's child knows from his side of the family, because Candace is dead and Benny's dead. So basically, Tyler only had the one person that people consider good survive. But I don't consider Hannah that doggone good, because she never believed her kids. Like when they came and shot up her house, you know, I thought that was going to be, you know, if her and Candace was on a better foot, why would she just assume that it was because of Candace? And when she found out it wasn't, she didn't even apologize. I feel like things like that, you know, go to show that she had not really, you know, matured much, and she didn't really think much of her daughter. Even though she loved her, she didn't think much of her. And I feel like it just could have been better done. I feel like the writing was rushed. I was very disappointed. Like, I really wanted to see something happen with Candace and the president-elect. We don't even know what happens with him. He don't get no say. I'm like, she didn't call in nobody. Like, she knew she had these people at her fingertips, but she didn't think to call Charles or nothing. Not Landon or nothing. Just go get herself in a position to die, basically, because all she had to do was call Landon or Charles, and they would have offed Vinny and the rest of the family. But then we wouldn't have had no show. I mean, I just felt like it could, you know, and maybe y'all will disagree with me. Maybe y'all like exactly how it ended, but not I. I don't know what's happening with Veronica and that girl, with Veronica's, you know, her assistant. What's going to happen with her? We don't even know. Like, it's a lot. Like, it was rushed. And Tyler's not going to tell me it wasn't rushed. And yeah, I'm popping my knuckles because I'm ready to fight Tyler. And I'm going to Atlanta and I'm going to see him. I'm just playing. But, you know, all in all, I give the series probably a 6.5 stars out of 10, because it has some very, very good seasons and it has some very, very slow seasons that I did not appreciate. But this finale, it definitely gets like a 3.5, because too much happened in too little time. And then when I think back on the final episodes, he definitely could have stretched this out and made it work better than it did. Because we really don't know if them people dead. We just seen that they got shot. We seen Veronica get shot. We know Eva dies hard. We saw Candace get drowned, so she's probably dead. But Benny got shot. We didn't really see him die. And then the blow up, we don't really know if they was really, really dead. We saw the blow up was pretty big, but you know, something's always blowing up at David's house. First it was Erica, now it's him. Now they together, finally. So, you know, all in all, okay, Tyler, it's over. I get it, but it was rushed and it could have been much better done. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So that is my video. Again, if you enjoyed this video and you have not already, please hit my subscribe button. If not, and you watched it, I thank you for that. And if you liked it, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. We can talk about it. Leave a comment. That is my $5.02. Peace.